Hello and welcome to my first console and tech review. Today I'm taking an in-depth look at the Nintendo 3DS console, Nintendo's latest handheld. Does it live up to the hype, and especially the Nintendo name? Nintendo has been known for years for making the best handhelds in gaming, and they have yet to be beat, even though Sony has offered fierce competition and rivalry in the last few years. So is the 3DS just a new skin, another updated DS like the DS Lite or DSi? No. Even though each of the newest DSs have always had new features and new software, and they always were an improvement over the last, this time it's all new. New technology and hardware that can deliver graphics on par with the Nintendo Wii. Got your attention yet, people? Yep, that's right. This thing can run games with graphics as good as on the Wii. Now, however, it is still limited by the amount of space on the game cartridges, but from what I have seen at launch and with some previews of games coming out this year, it looks to be one of the most powerful handhelds to date. Now, let's talk about features besides the 3D effects. What else does it do that the DSi did not? First of all, you have an improved and much better camera, which can not only take higher resolution pictures than the DSi could, it can also take pictures in 3D. However, these 3D pictures can only be viewed at this time on the 3DS or on a computer capable of 3D with the appropriate software. It also features a circle pad that's akin to the analog nub found on the PSP. However, I find it much easier to use and to navigate through games. When I was playing LEGO Star Wars or even Street Fighter, for example, I found it much easier to navigate the games and pull off the special moves in Street Fighter. Also, in May, with the next system update, the 3DS will offer an all-new eShop with Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. I believe there might be some virtual console titles on it as well, but for now, the only thing I can definitely confirm are Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. Now, I have also heard a rumor that these will support 3D. However, that is still a rumor at this moment from what I understand, and I cannot confirm that yet. I also cannot refute this feature at this time. The 3DS is also a pedometer. No, not a radar for pedophiles, you idiot. It counts your steps. And for every 100 steps you take, you get a play coin, which can be used as currency in a variety of different games. The system also has a Mii Maker, just like the Wii, and the Mii Plaza, where you can play a few games with the Miis. This is also where the Street Pass function that I'm fixing to discuss comes into play. One of the games is called Rescue Me. It's a turn-based RPG, and basically when you use the Street Pass function, which is when your 3DS is in sleep mode and you pass another 3DS in sleep mode, you will collect their Mii. It'll be transferred to your 3DS, and you can play with them and see them in your Mii Plaza, almost like trading Miis on the Wii. Now, you can use these Miis you've collected to go try and rescue your Mii in the game I was just talking about. Now, you can turn this option off if you want privacy. When they come over, it'll show the most recent game they've been playing and a few profile informations. Now, on to the most talked about feature, the 3D effect themselves. Alright, I can say for a fact that they rock and add a newfound depth to gaming I have not seen before. It adds a real sense of immersion. Now, some of you with astigmatism or certain eye issues may not be able to use the 3D effect, and a very small amount of people may not be able to see the 3D at all. However, this is extremely rare, and I have yet to hear of a case where someone cannot see the 3D effects. Now, the 3D is not as much things popping right out of the screen and coming right towards your face, as much as providing depth and seeing things in the game world almost like you were looking through a box. Things do still come out of the screen. For example, when I was playing LEGO Star Wars and the space levels, the exhaust from the spacecraft came out of the screen. You really does look like you can reach out and touch the things, and it's a really interesting and cool effect that I think adds a great deal of immersion to most games. And in future games, I can see the 3D being used extremely well. I think it'll be terrifying to see the 3D in the new Resident Evil game. Just imagine those zombies popping out of the screen at you. I get shivers just thinking about it. Though the 3D may cause some eye strain, it can take a bit to get used to, but it's really great. There's also a slider on the system to set how much of the effect you want to see, or if you just want to turn it off. I find myself playing it at about 45% and it's perfect. It does not hurt my eyes, though one of the system's biggest issues is that it has a really tiny battery. The life only lasts about 3 to 5 hours depending on brightness settings, if the Wi-Fi is on or off, and the 3D as well. However, Nyko came out with a battery pack which supposedly increases the battery life from 10 to 15 hours. I have heard great things about it, but I cannot speak of personal use at this time. However, I do plan on purchasing one in the near future. Overall, the 3DS is one of the best handhelds yet, and until I play the PSP2, also known as the next-gen portable, this is without a doubt the best handheld on the market. It can play all of the DS games, with the exception of a few games that use the Game Boy Advance slot. The eShop will also improve the system tenfold. The last shop on the DSi had loads of great games, and we can expect even more improvements with this new eShop. There's also a web browser that will be added in the system update in May. The system comes with a charger and a mini stylus. I'm not too fond of the mini stylus, but it works. It also comes with a charging cradle, which I found to be quite cool. With tons of features, great controls, and great games coming out, this is a great console, and one you have to have. The only reason to wait at this time is there are only a few games at launch that are perfect. Some of them are subpar, and there are a few that are awful, I will admit. However, there's plenty of great games coming out within the next few months. It's going to be fantastic. It's an extremely awesome system, and it's definitely worth playing. And there are going to be tons of games before the end of this year. I cannot recommend the 3DS highly enough. It adds a new found depth to the handheld platform as well as gaming in general. The Nintendo 3DS gets an outstanding 5 out of 5. Thanks for watching my review. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos from the Real Life Gamer.